What's going on, guys? Failed to listen. Welcome back to more of Failed's Thoughts. And you knew that at some point we were just going to have to accept the facts. And the facts are this. PlayStation 4 games, many of them now, will no longer be exclusive to the PlayStation 4. If I don't need a PS3 or a PS4 even to play some of these games, then they're no longer exclusive. Now, I guess, we can use made up terms. I guess in some way you could still say that these games are Sony exclusive because people like to spin that, but as far as if we're just going by the term itself, exclusive, these games are no longer exclusive. Like that you don't need just a PlayStation 4 to play these games. Now, here's the thing. Here's one thing I don't disagree with. I think PlayStation Now is an awful service. I'll probably try this thing at some point, probably sometime this year, but I just feel like it's going to end up being a waste of my money. It's a horrible service. It's just we're not quite there yet with the technology and the speeds that you would need to play these games and play them very well. The same type of experience that you would get playing on a console, or if these games were actually ported to the PC, an experience like that, that's not really what you're getting. I'd like to think, in my opinion, it's a little dumbed down. I think so. It's a little dumbed down, but the fact of the matter is, some people will like this. Some people will enjoy this, but I can't imagine that PlayStation Now has more PC users than, say, maybe 10 or 15,000. If they even have that. They probably don't even have that. Now, here's what would be cool. Here's what I would be down for, and they can stay Sony exclusives or whatever, if we're going to use that term forever. If Sony had like a separate service, like an Origin or a Uplay or a Steam or something, where they lock down their games. You know what I mean? Where they're locking down their games. You can only get those games on that service the same way EA does with their games now, and they actually make worthwhile PC ports of some of these games like Last of Us and Uncharted or God of War. Like, that's what I call my PlayStation 4. It's the Naughty Dog, God of War, and maybe one or two other games box. You know what I mean? So I would get some of those games, but even if they offered a client like that where they were actually PC ports and not just streaming, I wouldn't own a lot of games. I'm not really into Sony exclusives that much. Again, there's a handful. I can probably count them on, I can maybe have one hand, two hands. Just kind of depends. I'd really have to think about it. Stuff like Red Dead Redemption 2, obviously, but that wouldn't be a Sony game, so it wouldn't be on their service. I really do feel like PC will get Red Dead Redemption 2, so I'm not really sweating that. But other than that, man, I don't really know what else there is to say. These games are just no longer PS4 exclusives, and if Sony continues to keep the service going, the PC is going to continue to get some of those other exclusives. Yeah, as the years go on, a lot of those games will be considered old or whatever at that point, but the fact of the matter is, they're no longer exclusive. So I don't know what else to say. I really think in the end, this is a service that will get canceled. But what I would like to see is a client. Look, if you're going to make it, here, and no one can disagree with this. I think even, logical, level-headed PlayStation gamers, if they're going to make it, which they already have, where you don't need a PlayStation 4 or a PS3 to play some of these exclusives, and you can get them on PC and play them on PC, what would be the difference? Just go ahead and make an actual port and putting it on Steam or putting it on your own client where we can only get them through that service. That would be totally fine. So what would be the difference? At this point, if I don't need that PlayStation 4, you might as well just make really well done PC ports, because I don't need your hardware anymore to play some of these exclusives. Just gotta accept the facts, man. So that's my video. That's my take. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. I will be probably covering this later in the week during the podcast and stuff, and saying a lot of the same things and getting different takes on it from podcast members. So yeah, man, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. You guys take care. Have a good day. Have a good night whenever you watch this. Take it easy. Peace.